थेट जाऊया आरबीआय गव्हर्नर संजय मनोत्रा पतधोरण जाहीर करतायत. सगळ्यात महत्त्वाची अपडेट ही समोर आलेली आहे.
I shall now briefly set out the rationale for the decisions of the MPC. The MPC noted that the headline inflation has eased significantly and is likely to be softer than the earlier projections. This is primarily on account of the exceptionally benign food prices. Reflecting these favorable conditions, the projections for average headline inflation this year and Q1 next year have been further revised downwards. Core inflation, which had been rising steadily since Q1 last year, eased at the margin in Q2 this year and is expected to remain anchored in the period ahead. So both headline and core inflation are expected to be at or below the 4% mark during the first half of next year. In fact, the underlying inflation pressures are even lower, as the impact of increased prices of precious metals in this inflation number is about 50 basis points. Growth, while remaining resilient, is expected to soften somewhat. Thus, the growth inflation balance, especially the benign inflation outlook on both headline and core, continues to provide the policy space to support the growth momentum. Accordingly, the MPC unanimously voted to reduce the policy repo rate by 25 basis points to 5.25%, and the MPC also decided to continue with the neutral stance. I will now spell out in some detail our assessment of growth and inflation. First of all, growth. Real GDP registered a 6-quarter high growth of 8.2%, as you are all aware, in Q2. This is underpinned by resilient domestic demand amidst global trade and policy uncertainties. On the supply side, real GVA expanded by 8.1%, aided by buoyant industrial and services sectors. Economic activity during the first half of the financial year
करता मोठा दिलासा आहे. रेपो रेट मध्ये 0.5% कपात करण्यात आलेले आहेत. आरबीआयचा पतधोरण जाहीर झालेले आहे. तिमाही पतधोरण. संजय मनोत्रा या ठिकाणी बोलत होते.
लोकशाही मराठी ऐका, पहा, जागरूक रहा.